G'day guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to do a beginner's guide for Ark. So it's going to be a single player. We're not going to do the online, so no online here. We're just going to do the host local, which is a single player. And first things first, let's go through the settings. Difficulty level default 1. I think the default's like some 0.2, but I set it to 1. Right, let's go through this. You want 2 times experience, 4.5 times taming, dino harvesting damage. I always have this on 3.2. I can't remember why I do that, but I just remember doing it for some reason. I was like, oh, that's better. But also you want the harvest amount down here as well. You want to change that. You know, you want to change that to like either 2 times, 3 times, or whatever. But I'll put mine at 1.3 for now, because I don't want too much. Don't want too little. Right, as you can see, all these are mostly default. I'm going to up the dino count to 1.3. I think it's on 1 by default. And then these little niggly bits, just copy my settings here, just tick the ones that I've got ticked and everything should be fine for you. But there are some really important ones, like, let me just find it. Use single player settings. You want to use that, especially if you're running your own server. And disable structure placement collision. You want to do that so you can build anywhere basically, and also allow multiple platform floors. These are the most important ones in my opinion for your building. Right, if you want to skip and play the game, just play single player. If not, let's go over some advanced options. We're not going to change too much. So we basically want to change the egg hatching speed. You want to put that on 6. You want the baby mature speed lowered. You want it on about 0.8 to 8.15. 0.815, so you can imprint the babies. You want your grop growth to be higher. Now daytime speed, I drop it to 0.7 so I get longer days, and I usually speed the night times up, but not by 3 times. I'm doing that because I'm on YouTube at the minute. You want the crop growth to be times 6. Right, now let's go down to the player stats per level. This is where it's really going to help you out as a noob. So you want 2 times health, 2 times stamina, 1.5 torpidity, and you want 1.5 times damage. Also, in the experience, just give yourself a little bit extra. I know you're on 2 times, but give yourself 1.2 times for a kill, because then it makes it feel like when you go hunting, it's a little bit more rewarding for you. Again, you can just copy my settings, slow the video down, and go through the settings. Right, these are the servers, you know, the maps, the island, Genesis, Scorched Earth, Aberration, and then you've got custom ones like the Center, Ragnarok, the Velgard, and the other one down there. I've never played them maps, so it don't matter. So, we're going to make a new character. You can either randomize your character, restore it to defaults, save and load profiles if you've got one already made, and it's just a slider system. Very, very simple. You just read it, slide it. Down here, what I've highlighted, this is where you name your character. You got to name your character before you create new survivor, or you'll just be called a human. So you'll just be walking around this weird place called human, and everyone will be like, hey human, if you're online. Right, I'm going to create my character, and then we can create our new survivor, and we'll be placed inside a spawn zone, which self-explanatory. You know, they range from easy to hard. I recommend starting on zone 1 if you're a noob. Zone 1 south easy, which is where we are now. It will randomly spawn you around here, but it can spawn dangerous monsters around here. Right, here we go. Interface time, fun times. So if you're on a keyboard, it's W, A, S, and D, E, Q, Z, and C for most of your actions. So you can move around with your mouse to look around, you move around with your ASWD, you press E to pick things up, left click to punch, spacebar to jump, C to crouch, and X to lie down. Also, if you press V, it'll open up your inventory as well. And also, if you press I, it'll open up your inventory. So get used to them controls. So now we've got a level up available. Oh, what we want to do now is we want to access our inventory. So here are all our stats, self-explanatory. I'm going to put my first point into weight. I'm going to dump all this shit out because I don't like it. I wish there was an option to turn that off. There probably is. I'll look into it. Right. Your options. Here are your keyboard commands. There's too many for me to go over, but if you go to your options, click on the keyboard icon. There are your keyboard commands. Oops, I've just changed my my map, so I'm going to restore the defaults. So if you make a mess, just restore defaults, you'll be alright. Okay, then for the controller, if you're on PlayStation and Xbox, it'll be laid out just the same. It'll just be different name buttons, triangle, X, circle, square, you know, X, B, Y, and the other one. You know, I barely ever play with an Xbox part, to be fair. Okay, let's resume. Right, okay, you're on this strange island, you're naked, you got no pants, you can't fight evil without pants. So, we got these options up here. Inventory, engrams, tribe manager, tame groups, taming list, and explorer notes. But for the beginner's guide, we're just going to focus on engrams and backpack. So, first we need a hatchet and some defense, a spear. So that's what we're going to make now. Okay, first things first, pickaxe. So open up your inventory, select the crafting tab. Now we're going to need some stone, thatch and wood. I'll show you how you get that. You get stone from the floor, just press E. Now this dried wood on the beach, just punch it, because that's how you get dried wood in the wild. You punch a tree, a dry wood or a tree. This will give you thatch and wood, just enough so you can make your first primitive tool, which is a stone pickaxe. So we're going to get our stone pickaxe. Right, got to level up, select which point you want to put it in as well, and we can drag that down to the hotkey. So I've put it on number 2. I'm going to put some points into weight or speed, probably. I want to be moving fast. Now we want a campfire because we're going to need a way of to cook. And we're going to need some pants and shoes. So we'll get on to making them much later. Can't fight evil without pants or shoes. Right, I want to make a hatchet. You can also drag these down to your hotbar as well to find out what you need. So we need thatch wood for our hatchet. And a flint. So to get flint, the pickaxe is very good at getting flints and thatch. So it gets thatch from trees, it gets flint from stone. Now we can make our hatchet, a primitive axe. So we're going to make that. Make some water skin because we're going to need to be able to carry water around. I'm going to make a t-shirt as well. That's our first basic armor, basically. We're going to want some defense as well because this island can be incredibly dangerous, especially when Spinos can spawn in this area. What's the other one? Bionomax or something. Some weird dinosaur that likes to live in the water and it's very aggressive. But to collect fiber, find this grassy looking stuff. Press and hold E, you'll get berries, you'll get seeds, you'll get fiber. Right, we need just check what you need for your spear. Select it to the hotkey. If you forget, press and hold 1. It'll tell you what you need. So we need some more wood. So we'll need the hatchet for that. Put the hatchet on your hotkey. Press a corresponding key for it. Go chop a tree. Okay. Now we've done that. Let's get some stone. You need flint, I think, for a spear. On the top of my head. Let's see what it is. I'm going to move it over here. Just reconfigure these about. This is the way I like them. I'm going to put some into health because I don't want to die. Right, storage. We're going to need that very soon, especially if we start getting overweight. Hopefully we can make it inside a house and don't have to make 2 of them. But we'll see. We'll see what the day brings. Right. Let's go and make some resources for our spears and boxes and all that good stuff. So you can also make stuff on the go while you're collecting your inventory. I'd like to make about somewhere between 4 and 6 spears normally. I normally feel like that's enough. Because you get birds here that fly, they're annoying, they'll attack you and they won't do much damage, but they're enough to annoy you. So next I'm probably going to want to make a bench, a box. If you make too many, you got that clear queue there. So I just want to make one. I'll show you that again. So you go into your inventory, clear queue if you make too many, and it'll go back to either 1 or it'll reset everything. Right, what do I want now? I would want something important. Right, mortar and pestle, probably one of the most important tools in the game. Spark powder, again, one of the most important tools in the game. And you're going to need spark powder and the pestle and mortar a lot. So, yeah, it's really good. We're going to set up a rudimentary base at first. This is not going to be our main base. It's just to get us through the first couple of levels and get us some tame dinosaurs. And we'll go over taming dinosaurs a lot later. I mean, getting your first dinosaur at least to help you, which we're almost ready to do now. We need to get the bowler to tame our first dinosaur. So, just got to scout the island out. If it's nothing too dangerous, we're going to make a temporary base, permanent base on that cliff. If there's something dangerous there, I am then going to move and go. There's oh, you son of a gun. You son of a bitch. There's a really dangerous, that's one of those Biomaxes. I can't say the names. But watery bitey death thingy. That's what we're going to call it. The watery bitey death thingy. At first I thought it was a parasaur, but looking at those carnivorous teeth, it's definitely going to attack us if we get too close. We'll deal with that much later. Right, okay, so we're going to scout the island out. We're going to look for some smaller prey because we need some hide. Because we're still naked and we're still afraid. Right, so dodos. These are going to be your primary target for now. These and the little dillos. Dillos are a little bit more aggressive. They're carnivorous and they will attack you. Dillos will just... dodos will just run away. So that gave us some meat, gave us some hide. Yeah, you collect hide better with your hatchet. So I'm going to make a sleeping bag. I want to make one of them as soon as possible because if you do die, you can spawn back where your crate is or wherever. You're constantly going to be gathering fiber, thatch, wood, flint, stone, metal. Metal's a mega resource that you're going to need abundance of. I can show you how you get that later on in an advanced guide, but this is a new guide. Right. So we're going to make some pants, and then we're going to make a t-shirt and then a water skin. Or probably a water skin and then a t-shirt, but you get the drift. You know. So there we go. We can fight evil. We have pants. We can now go out in public. Now gather your fiber. Okay, let's get a t-shirt on. We've got some basic protection, but we're going to want to make shoes as well at some point. So there we go. We've got our water skin as well. I'll show you how to use that in just a second. So I'm just having a look around here just to make sure there's nothing too dangerous about, because you've got one Biomax over there. Oh, there's a tech parasaur there. I'm going to probably get that if it's low enough. Right, these little bastards. Just hit them with your spear if you can. They can be very tricky to hit. Incredible, especially when the sun's in your eyes. But, oh, there goes that spear. It'll come down in a minute, don't worry. You haven't lost it. It will come down. There you go. Go collect that back. The other one went somewhere, I don't know where. I'm just glad it didn't hit a big dinosaur. Right, let's wait for it. Boom, there we go. Have that. You are now dinner. Chop it up with your hatchet. You know, there we go. Some nice meat. You want loads of meat, by the way. Even though you don't consume that much, you want more, the most meat you can get because you want it to go bad. I'll explain that in a second. Right, let's see. I'm going to start collecting the thatch stuff at the minute. And what have we got left? The bowler. Right, we're almost ready to start taming our very first helpful dinosaur. So we're going to want to make that soon. So we need some fibre for that. Right, so let's get some fibre. You know, a lot of this game is prep work as well. So there's one bowler. Show you how to use that in a moment. Oh, getting attacked. So best deal with this now. Oh, get out of the way. Alright, come on. Now, skills that pay the bills. Some more dinner there. Okay, so we dealt with those Ichimonjis, or whatever they're called. Just little Ichis. Annoying little bastards. We've got shoes there, I've not put them on yet. Right, okay. Let's see. We're gonna want to get a tame dinosaur now because we're getting quite heavy on weight, or we're gonna have to build a rudimentary base. So you're gonna look at your thatch, get your S storage box if you've got the mod on. I recommend getting this one. Right, slingshot. We're gonna need that because we need the blueprint for the bow and arrow. So let's get this thatched. Sloped walls and sloped roofs. We've got everything else, door and walls and foundations. Right, narcotics. Probably the most important thing in the game. You're going to need spoiled meat and narco berries for that. We're going to unlock that parasaur saddle, but for now we're going to want the arrow and bow soon. Next level up maybe. And let's see what level this tech dinosaur is. Let's see what level this one is. 56, that's probably not going to happen. Let's check on the level of this one. 19, okay, that's cool. So now we need a slingshot or a club. And we do have 6 engram points, so we can unlock the club if we want, but I'm going to try the slingshot method. If not, we can go find a different one. We'll get a tech dinosaur because it looks cool, I suppose. I mean, I personally don't like them. But it's there, we'll get it. If you choose to kill it, you can get some incredible resources. It's probably worth killing that one, to be honest, but I'm going to tame it just to show you can. And, you know, it's not a costume. It actually is a tech dinosaur. Right, okay, we've got a slingshot. You need stones to throw out of it, and we need our bowler. Just aim, hit the dinosaur, release. There you go. Now get your slingshot, aim for the head. Different dinosaurs have different weak points, so this, I'm about 90% sure this is going down. So just get a full stretch on your slingshot, hit it in the head. You'll see the damage happening on it here. You've got oil leaks coming out of it, which should be blood if it was bio. There it goes. It goes down. Just press Q to put your slingshot away. Let's get some more things. I've got to wait for it to get a little bit hungry, and then we're going to put some berries in it. If you've got no berries, pick them up from the bushes, but we've got lots of them because we've been collecting fibre. So we're just going to access its inventory, and you just drag them over. Different dinosaurs prefer different berries. Carnivores either like, you know, like meat, primates, and pescatarians like the fish. You get some dinosaurs that will only eat fish. You'll get some dinosaurs that only eat meat. You'll get some dinosaurs that eat fish and meat. So all depends on the dino. Okay, well that's taming. You just wait there if you want to name it, but you can always name it later, and it'll go name your tame dinosaur. I'm gonna just run around a little bit, show you how to use this water collector we got. So we've got it on our hotkey. You go up to the water, press the hotkey, and it'll fill up. Now we've got our water with us, so if we get dehydrated, we can now just take a sip, and we don't have to go and find the nearest water. Very good when you're traveling. Right, there it is. There's our dinosaur. Now, if you press T and hold it, you'll get this emotion wheel thing. Or if you just tap T, it will then whistle to the dinosaur, and that dinosaur will now be following. With the dinosaur now following you, we're gonna go find a base, so collect a few resources on the way, because these parasaurs are absolutely excellent for carting things around. They're proper donkey dinosaurs, you know. Load them up, get a couple of them. I normally get 2 to 3 of them. If I can, I just load them up. Don't worry about putting meat in it, it won't eat it. It'll just spoil inside the inventory. Let's put our shoes on finally. Okay. Right. 6 engram points. We've got a campfire. Metal. Most important resources. Oh, you get that. Oh, what was that? Oviraptor, I think. Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Right, let's kill that. Chop, chop, chop. Right. We're going to find a place to put a rudimentary hut. Well, I won't say base because we're not going to keep it. Because it's a beginner's guide, and 2, I don't like building here. I like to build a little bit more private. Now, when you hear that noise and that music, that means you're at midday. You're at midday point. If you press an old H, it will actually tell you the time of day and your location and temperature and stuff, which becomes very important in a more advanced guide. Right, let's get some thatch, some wood. Right, we're now starving. I was waiting for this. So, if you're starving, you can either consume the berries, or you can cook. So, I'm going to build my base somewhere down here. That way I can run around. Got access to a couple of dinosaurs. I'm close to the sea, so nothing's going to come running from the sea at me. Right, okay. You can put your meat and logs in there, and then when you burn the logs, they will then turn into charcoal. And we need charcoal along with that spark powder that we're talking about before to make gunpowder. It's a tough dodo. Level 40. Right, so my dinosaur attack then. I'll show you how you deal with this. Oh, if I just had some prime fish. They're okay, them dinosaurs. So, slow it up. If I did have some prime fish, I would put it in this slot, walk up to it and feed it. But I don't, so, and I'm not able to get some at the moment unless a shark or something gets stranded, a megalodon gets stranded on that shore. I doubt that's going to happen though. It does happen, but, you know. Okay, right, we've got some cooked meat. You can put that in your slot. Eat it on the go. That's going to take care of our hunger for a little while. Okay, what next? Let me think. What else do you need to know? Slaughter dodo as well, I think. So it's just all prep work at the minute. You know, making bowlers, making bows, making arrows, having a look what we've got, having a look what we don't got. So we're going to start a base, I think. Little shelter. So we got everything else. Let's take our materials outside. So we only need thatch, fibre and wood. It's also, you notice that the dinosaur then had a level up menu as well. So let's get what we need for this. I'm going to make about 6 foundations. I'm going to make a 3x2 kind of structure. So 3 long, 2 wide. You defecated in your trousers. Right, so it's going to be hard to see because it's going to be very light, but if it's green, you can place it. And it should automatically snap. If it doesn't, press G on your keyboard. I don't know what the control is for the controller because I don't play with a controller. So let's collect this stone here because I'm going to build my base out this way. So 3, 2, I need one more. Michonne. Oh no, it just didn't get made yet. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Let's put that down there. Right, so I'm going to go make the walls and everything. I'm going to skip ahead. because otherwise it's going to be very redundant. So I'm going to cut the video and skip ahead, and I'll tell you everything I've done later. Also get this parasaur saddle before we go. Let's see, is there anything else important before I cut it? Crafting cement paste. You need this. This is important. Get the mortar S plus because it can hold more items, and I'm going to load that into our inventory down there as a reminder to make it later. Right, okay, I'm going to cut. I'm going to make these left and rights and walls and doors and roofs, and I will be back when I've done that. Alrighty, let's get the fiber and thatching and everything we need. Let's create the walls into the creator menu. You know, you press A to create all, E to create one, or you can go and select a number with the mouse controls. Okay, I'm going to select it on a hotbar. And right, snapping points. This is kind of important. So you can not build without a foundation for these walls, but you can get a snap point and you can press E to flip it. You want it on the inside, outside, depending on what you're building. Or you can press Q and it will cycle through the available snap points for your structure. And then, you know, it all snaps together. Press G if you don't want it to snap and you want to place it yourself. I don't think that works on all things, but G normally turns off snapping. Right, perfect. Just need a door now. Not going to build anything too crazy. Don't need anything too high. We'll put them in our storage. So walk up to it, press E or F, just like you would your dinosaur. Now that whistle I just did, I pressed Y to keep the dinosaur in place. Right, so we're going to make a triangle gable end and a sloped roof to give us some headspace, so it doesn't feel like, you know, our character's banging his head. So you want to make a left and right sloped roof, and you want to put them on the proper correspondence. You know, it makes sense. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. And now you want to place the opposite one, make this triangle shape, and the same again on the other end. And you want the roofs. Again, you can cycle through the snap points. You can use a roof for a ramp if you so desire. And there we go. We are now covered from the elements. We're in our home. The home symbol comes above our head. If it rains, we won't get wet. And we'll just place our door on. There we go. Lovely. Looks like home without a door, but we'll do that later. Right. I think let me just have a double look. So, a bow. Again, you're going to need fiber and wood for your bow. And then you're going to need flint, fiber and thatch for the arrows, I think. Right, pestle and mortar. We do need to create one of these. Okay, so it takes 65 stone. Okay, so we're going to go create that pestle and mortar. Again, we've got it on our hotbar down there, on our item bar, just in case we want to check what we need. If it's raining and you've got your water pouch on you, or a glass jar or something that collects water, press the key like you would if you were stood inside a pool, and you would then collect the rainwater. And you won't dehydrate when it rains anyway. Okay, so we need stone, some more stone here. So we need 65 stone. Excellent, there we go. It needed something else like wood or fibre or something, so just check what you need for the requirements. Place that on your foundation floor anywhere you like. Just going to put mine in the corner. Okay, so flint and stone makes spark powder. Now this is very, very important. I'll show you how to create it and use it. So we're going to need some flint and stone. So we're going to need the hatchet and the pickaxe. My axe should break. I want it to break. I want to show you how you repair your tools if they do break. There we go. So I haven't got what I need, so I press and hold the button. It says I need flint, thatch and wood, and the one I do need was out, which was thatch. Let's go find a tree, pop it, press the button, and there you go. You have now repaired your tool. That works for all your tools. Okay, so flint. So switch to pickaxe. Let's get some flint going. There we go. Let's go back to our lovely abode. You just put it in by either drag and dropping or press T. I always press T. Once you've done that, your engram should light up. Craft one, craft all, or craft a mount, you know. So you can select one of these with right click and then select the corresponding one you want. I just usually press A because when I'm crafting this kind of stuff, I want a lot of it, so. As for level up wise, I'm focusing on health, stamina, and movement speed at the moment. Once I get to a certain movement speed, I'll probably cut it down because I will have dinosaurs that will help me move faster. Like when we get to tame a raptor and stuff. I will have taming guides on here soon, if that's what you would show like. So gunpowder, very important. That's what I was looking for. And also you can see now we have access to hide armor and stuff, so you might want to upgrade that as well, just for a little bit more protection. I'm not going to do that on this one. Right, so it's spark powder. You put it inside anything that needs fuel for fire, and for the gunpowder, we need it for gunpowder as well, so we're going to need to burn wood, which is why these S+ campfires are great. So just put that in your pestle and mortar, and now you've learnt the engram and you get some spark powder. You can then make gunpowder. You want to make it in mass amounts as well. You want to, again, you want to store as much metal as you can, because you're going to need that for metal tools and crossbows and guns and all kinds of things, and armor and machinery when you get to that level. Okay, spoiled meat and narco berries make narcotics. If you can't see it, go through the tab menus and you'll see it there. Alternatively, if you don't like messing about with menus, just click that little folder view and that'll bring up everything. It'll light up when you've got the correct correspondence. And you're going to need a lot of narco berries, which is where we'll need a trike. But to get a trike, we need some narcotics, because trikes are very hard to knock out with a catapult. Much easier to do with the trank arrows. You can knock them out with a catapult and the club, but they've got a hardened head, so it makes it difficult. And trying to knock them out with a club is dangerous as well, especially if you're building, you build a trap for them. So we lost him a menu now. So spoiled meat in narco berries will make a narcotic. Just start making this all the time. Collect as much meat as you can. The more meat you've got, the quicker you'll get spoiled meat, because more of it will go off. We'll make a saddle for this dino soon. I'll show you how to do that. And then you've pretty much got everything down then. Okay, metal, narco berries. Excuse me. Put narco berries in here. Oops. Narco berries. I gone blind. I can see, I gone blind. There they are. You can also feed narcotics to downed dinosaurs that you've knocked out to keep them. Like, so when you're going to tame a spino, its recovery rate will be very, very fast. Right, dinosaur options. If you go and press and hold E, it's got a behavior menu. So the behavior menu, you've got attack, stances, and you can put it on passive. You can put it on passive flee if it's a weak dinosaur. You don't want it to die, you can put it on passive flee. You can put it on aggressive, neutral, and attack your target. At the minute we're still hunting, like I said, we want as much. We're still level 80 dodo. That's going to take a couple of spears. we go. So as you can see, I've been putting mine into health and movement speed at the moment. I will start putting some in stamina when I get to making a bigger workforce. Oh, you know, I've got to run a lot more. Because it's no good being fast if you can't run fast for long. Okay, so just prep work now. So we're going to make some boulders. Trap some dinosaurs, bigger ones for more hide and stuff. So we can trap these parasaurs soon and start killing them, and you know, we can trap these lysosauruses and just kill the dodos with a spear. Don't waste your arrows on them. I mean, you could if you've made loads of them. You could, you know, you might have just spent all your time. Oh, nice, a trike. Right, okay, just having a scout around, see if there's anything else. Okay, I think we'll make a saddle. Okay, to make a saddle, first you've got to learn the engram in your engram menu. So we're going to make a parasaur, fibre, hide and wood. I'm going to start with the least amount first, which is the wood. There we go. Now we need some fibre. And then we've got to do some hunting for some hide. I love this game. It's so peaceful. Like, sometimes I play this game just to chill out to. Like, I won't do nothing on it. I'll just go and play it, and I'll just literally loaf about on it, just listening to the scenery and stuff. It's like I'm on holiday. Okay, we can tame those lysosauruses. They're okay actually, especially for a low level. Feed it Majao berries or whatever they're called, and it won't harvest and it won't fight. It's not very good at fighting. But what it is good for, you can pet it. And it will give you an experience, your dinosaurs, an experience bonus for 5 minutes. So if you get a couple of them on the go, you know, you can kind of level up a little bit. To be honest, I don't know if it stacks, but I just know it gives you an XP bonus, so it's worth giving a go. I think it's a 5% bonus as well. Right, so now we've got everything we need for the saddle. Okay, I think our dinosaur's stuck. It's either stuck or it's in flee mode, something's hit it. Nope, it's just stuck. Just whistle at it, see if we can get its attention. Right. Oh, it's got to level up as well. This type of dinosaur, just throw everything into weight. Chances are it's probably going to get eaten. Right, so that little slot there, just you can either drag and drop it, puts the saddle on, or you can just, you know, press E and it'll equip it. There you go, guys. That's yeah, that's about it for the beginner's guide. I mean, I'll do an intermediate guide and, you know, a pro guide after that, if that's what you're interested in. I can do building guides, I can do base locations, all that kind of good stuff. If you want a more in-depth beginner guide, I can do that for you as well. But I'm SAS Degnan. Thank you very, very much for watching, and happy Mother's Day, because by the time this video goes out, it'll be Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day if you're a mother, and yeah, you're playing Ark to escape the children. Okay, like, comment, share, subscribe if you'll be so kind. It really helps me out. And yeah, we can go over some online settings next if we can find a decent server. Okay guys, enjoy the rest of your day, take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one real soon.